here's some other thoughts on Shedeur Sanders. This is from ESPN.com. NFL or NFC team quarterback coach doesn't play on time really at all. A lot of weight in the pocket and throw to the open man. That man's usually standing in an open zone. AFC West scout game manager ceiling Jared Goff. That's it if he gets in a scheme that speeds up his decision making. Again, this is the time of year where you hear all kinds of things. I will say, the more I look at Cam Ward, I think there's a little bit more of a gap than I did before between Cam Ward as QB1 and Shedeur Sanders at QB2. What are your thoughts on that gap between Ward and Sanders?
I'm kind of surprised it's opened up as big as it has during the combine, especially considering the fact that neither guy threw a single pass in Indianapolis. I mean, it just seems like it was pretty close between those guys, and then all of a sudden, we get to the combine. Obviously, it's the first time you get to hear from scouts and executives, and you hear all the rumors that there's a much bigger gap than you realize. And I think we always have to remember that this is the silly season. It's going to last until the end of April when teams have to make their decisions and they have to make picks happen. So, I mean, I take a lot of this stuff sometimes with a grain of salt because, I mean, there's always motives, I think, for things that are said or, why, certain guys move up or down boards, why guys are linked to certain teams. It's not always intentional. I mean, it's not always for it because they want to take that player. It's because they want to see if they can just get some great value out of it. And I think Shedeur Sanders for the last week and a half has really, taken a lot of hits for really almost no reason. Yeah, can't, and that's no disrespect to Cam Ward. I think, I've said before he's got a higher ceiling, and talking to Daniel Jeremiah about a week and a half ago in his conference call, he talked about how he would take the guy with the higher ceiling, and right now that's Cam Ward. But to me, Shedeur Sanders is still, to me, worth the second overall pick. If he's still worth the third pick to the Giants or the sixth pick to the Raiders, then he's worth the second pick in my book.